Championship Player of the Month. One of my good mates is a West Brom fan, and can he believe how good he is? He's, stunned at how good he's been. Do you think there's any way back at Celtic? Or is this, he's obviously showing it's easier, the weight of the jersey and all that? I mean, I don't know what you think. Is he...
I think there may be something in, and I should apologise. Obviously, Nicholas Kuhn was signed as well as Adamida in January, and has obviously gone into the position that Mikey Johnston was occupying. Listen, I think there might be something in what you're saying, Daniel. Now, we've all been fortunate enough to be around football and be around different cities and be around different places, and you always think that the world revolves around where you are. I mean, if you go to Birmingham and you see the passion for West Brom and Aston Villa and Birmingham and Wolves just a little bit further out and things like that. I mean, it's just as intense playing down there as well. But there's just certain places it doesn't just seem to work. And I just can't see it happening for Mikey Johnston now at Celtic. I just think that the opportunities have been there and he's been unable to really grasp them. And sometimes that just happens with players. It doesn't make him a bad player. It doesn't. I mean, there'll be guys at Norwich down the road talking about Adam Ida saying, well, why can't I do that for Norwich? Should we bring Adam Ida back? Is there a future for Adam Ida at Norwich? Well, maybe it just doesn't know happening for him there and he just needs a change, which seems to be the viewpoint down there. And he flourishes here. I think that's happening with Mikey Johnston. It happens a lot. With players that go on loan. I don't think it's a criticism of Johnson that people will say, oh, he can't handle playing for Celtic, blah, blah, blah. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. But my own view is I don't think there's any way back. I think if he can find some good form and find some happiness, Celtic can get a few quid. He can be an important player. It'll further his international career if he's playing every week for West Brom. It looks like an ideal move for him if that can get put through at the end of the season.
He looks happy as well, Mick, in his football down there,
Yeah, listen, he's been desperately unlucky, Mikey Johnston. I mean, it's been brutal for him. I remember when I think it was Ange Postecoglou's first pre-season, he got injured and down a friendly game down at Bristol, and I think he kind of hobbled off, and he was like kind of upset, and he actually said, "Oh, bleep, not again." And that's been the story of his time at Celtic. He's been desperately unlucky with injuries. There's bags of talent there. We've all known that since he was about 14 years old. You had talk about this kid in the academy that was going to be a world beater. It just never quite had that run of games that's managed to put it together. Had a new lease of life at West Brom. I agree with Swanee. I think Brendan Rodgers does like him, and he does like players that he can rehabilitate and help and develop and all that stuff. I just think there's a wee bit too much water on the bridge. I think the penny's finally dropped with Mikey. I think Mikey's attitude previously annoyed certain managers. I mean, I know that Rodgers the first time round had a few stern words for him. Neil Lennon as well had a few stern words for him as well. So I think the penny dropped with him, and he's now fit and fire, and he's a good player. But I agree with Swanee. I think maybe best to let him crack on and see how he'll have a great career, no doubt about it. If he stays injury free, but it's maybe time for him to try something in a new environment and go on with it. For all parties, and still can make a few quid from it. It's money that they wouldn't expect to have made in January.